Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
It's basically an infrastructure change that's required because of the growth of the city down further south. The only thing that we seem to be getting as a benefit from it is the benefit to pay for it.
Upwards of $20,000. That's the bill some North Fargo residents are facing as construction work continues, even though these same residents say similar work was done and assessed more than a decade ago.
The city of Fargo says it's for road reconstruction after having to install a 30-inch force main pipe from downtown north to the sewage treatment plant. A system North Fargo residents say won't benefit them in the least.
We were called on our whistleblower hotline to head north and investigate what's going on. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric has our report.
It's a fairly quiet area, and most people along this stretch of Broadway North are older, having lived here for decades. One woman called us upset because she says she's being slapped with a bill for 20 grand, all because of this. The city's engineering department tells me they have to put in a 30-inch force main. The current system, called the Broadway Intercept, can't handle heavy rain, leaving basements and roadways flooded. Furthermore, during emergencies, the EPA allowed the city to dump raw, untreated sewage into the Red River. That's changed, so the city has to fix the system or face stiff penalties.
If that's the case, then it's curious to me as to why once Broadway is past the path of that 30-inch force main at the intersection of 25th Avenue, suddenly Broadway is in good enough shape to be milled and overlaid.
Bill Worth lives right on the corner of 8th Street North and Broadway. His background is mechanical engineering, and he's not buying the city's explanation.
It's hard to understand why one side of the street is assessed in one manner and the other is assessed somewhere totally different.
I talked to several other neighbors here on the street who didn't want to go on camera, but they tell me they're being assessed as much as 9 times the amount as that side of the street. On the east side, we're talking $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Here on the west, almost $30,000.
There's a rather large group of us on the north side of Fargo that are totally aware of the situation, and we're basically in a holding pattern right now.
Bill Worth, who tells me he's also written letters to the city, says the neighborhood has to wait maybe another year before the final assessment numbers get pushed out. And he plans to take up the issue with the Special Assessment Commission. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
The city says the force main project was paid for by grants and residents are only special assessed for the road reconstruction portion. So how do special assessments work? We've posted that information online, along with resources from the city about how you can possibly have your special assessments reduced. Click on this story at valleynewslive.com.
Bond was set at $50,000 for a St. Thomas, North Dakota man facing 3 charges. This after he suffered a gunshot wound from his wife yesterday morning. Brandon Thompson is being charged with attempted murder, terrorizing, and aggravated assault along with reckless endangerment. Police say Thompson returned home Thursday morning and found another man with his wife. Thompson's wife and the other man at the scene are not facing any charges. Court documents say Brandon Thompson fired a pistol at the man who was with his wife, then his wife shot him. Thompson received a superficial wound.
There was a struggle involving a gun and shots were fired in self-defense.
If Thompson does post bail, he cannot consume alcohol or possess a firearm. He cannot have any contact with his wife or the other man involved.
The ads have been running, calling Measure 4 a 400% tax increase. While there are only 25 days left, it's a hot topic in North Dakota, and some people have the opportunity to vote now.
We've been breaking down the measures for you, and we continue with one of the most talked about measures. That's measure number 4, which involves tobacco. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop explains what you need to know before you cast your ballot.
You probably have gotten one of these in your mailbox. What's really behind Measure 4, and why do you keep getting these Vote No flyers?
I think a multimedia campaign was needed to fight this measure simply because it's 9 pages of complicated changes and exemptions to North Dakota law.
Measure 4 is all about the tax on tobacco products. Right now, the tax per package of cigarettes is 44 cents. If approved, it would skyrocket to $2.20. Opposition to the measure says it's clearly a tax hike.
There's nothing wrong with the sale of a legal product to an adult customer. And a vote no also means that we're not going to sit by and watch people bring measures forward like this that want to take $70 million from hardworking taxpayers in North Dakota and have no real accountability for who controls and spends that money.
We have some of the cheapest tobacco in the nation, and having cheap tobacco is not a good thing. The only winner when it comes to cheap tobacco is the tobacco industry, because that helps them continue to sell their deadly product. And increasing the price of tobacco is proven to be the most effective strategy to prevent our youth from ever starting to use tobacco.
If approved, the money from this measure would go to a new Veterans Tobacco Trust Fund, along with a health trust fund that would support behavioral health services and public health.
There will be oversight by governor-appointed boards.
Raise It for Health North Dakota, the group behind the measure, put it on the ballot after 2 bills regarding tobacco tax failed in the past legislative session. Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Fargo Cass Public Health Director says they support the principle behind Measure 4, but as a government entity cannot tell people to vote yes or no. The director says there's been preliminary discussion about what money would fund exactly, but no decisions have been made. To read the full measure or learn more about the other measures on this year's ballot, visit Valley News Live and click on the Election tab.
A little warmer out there today, but the wind continues to blow. Let's toss it to Justin to find out what we can expect tonight. Justin?
And thank you, Mike and Andrea, and good evening, everybody. Temperature is unseasonably warm again for this time of year. We are currently at 66 in Fargo, mid to upper 50s, you make your way Jamestown, Devils Lake, and Bemidji. We saw increasing clouds as we went through the day today, with a few passing sprinkles out there, especially from Grand Forks just to the north. Most of these not really reaching the ground, but you could see a passing rain shower or sprinkle as these continue to move east through Northland, Minnesota as we go through this evening. So planning your night, we're going to keep partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies as we go through the 7 p.m. hour. Temperatures into the lower 60s, and then we're going to be in near 60 degrees by around 8 p.m. Mostly cloudy skies, light south wind. We stay dry in most places, as we'll be into the upper 50s by around 9 p.m. Mostly cloudy skies, and it is still mild for this time of year. Now we're going to stay warm as we go through the day tomorrow, with a chance of some showers as we round out the weekend and start next week, and then the cool down. We'll have the details coming up later in the newscast.
All right, thank you, Justin.
The clown sighting case out of Dilworth, Minnesota from last night is closed, at least for now. Police say they searched the area extensively, even searching a house where the teenage boy reported he spotted the clowns, but they came up empty-handed. However, law enforcement agents in our area and across the country are warning, if you get caught dressing up like a clown, try to scare people, you're going to face charges.
It's to the point that it's now not becoming a joke. So the way we'll handle it is if we can arrest you for a crime, we will arrest them for a crime.
Police that have been found and arrested, people that have been found and arrested for dressing up like a clown have faced disorderly conduct charges for causing public alarm.
North Dakota Senator Heidi Heitkamp has been mentioned in the WikiLeaks email dump of Hillary Clinton's campaign manager, John Podesta. Thousands of emails have been released, with WikiLeaks promising to release even more. Hillary for America staffer Malia Fisher and Podesta traded emails in 2015 to discuss a barbecue invite from Heitkamp. Fisher described North Dakota as a, quote, prairie pothole state, with Heitkamp as the only elected Democrat. She went on to say that Heitkamp has been a vocal supporter of the Keystone Pipeline and jokingly refers to it as the, quote, Kim Kardashian of pipelines. It's the area's largest and most attended festival of popular culture. ValleyCon 42 is back this weekend. The event features the best in film and television, game tournaments, comics, toys, and arts. Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson is at the event right now. Let's go out to him for much more. Hutch, how's it going out there?
Oh, having a great time out here at ValleyCon, and things get kicked off tonight, and I got to tell you, there's a big crowd here already. A few wearing costumes and getting all dressed up, and I got to tell you, coming dressed as a weather person, I didn't quite fit in. So I got me some Flash socks here. So those are looking good, and I'm feeling like I'm fitting in a little bit better. But, you know, You can talk to experts about getting dressed up and makeuped up. And I got RJ Hattie here with me. Tell me a little bit about how one gets into makeup artistry and all of the fantastic sci-fi stuff you do.
Well, you just have to be a weird kid. I think that's where it comes from. And yeah. So, I got into puppetry first, and from puppetry went to costuming. Costuming became makeup because you just want to complete the whole look. You want to be spot on.
And it really does help all of us getting into the program or the show that we're watching, just really see the magic that comes out in the work that you do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one of the things that it really motivates me when I come to these things and I see everybody making cooler stuff than I've seen in movies, and that's really cool. I mean, you guys are really killing it these days. The fans are really killing it, and I've seen some really impressive stuff already.
Well, a lot for the whole family to do really here at ValleyCon. Stop by and see us at the Valley News Live booth. We have a booth here. We're handing out some things. You can say hi to a few of us. We're here till 9 o'clock tonight, so we'll be having a lot of fun. I got to tell you guys, it looks like maybe later you beam me back into the studio.
Nah, you can stay out there for a little while. That's okay. Thank you, Hutch.
What?
I know. All right, the fun started this afternoon and runs through Sunday. We have a link to more information, including ticket prices, at valleynewslive.com. Just click on this story.
They may have been the signs of their time, but now they're simply signs for sale. Later on Valley News Live at 6, who you'd be helping if you bought one.
And Fargo saw a high of 68. That's 11 degrees above normal for this time of year. As we stay dry, we'll tell you what to expect this weekend coming next.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.